Hello everyone. I once again welcome you to the video lecture on transformers and generator. Again, this is a continued part of the second section of the third module, that is direct current generator. In last video, we were studied the armature reaction and what all effects observed from the armature reaction. So that is demagnetization effect of armature reaction and cross magnetization effect of armature reaction you studied in the last video. So due to those effects, so what all changes will take place in a machine, so that we'll study in this video. That is effect of armature reaction. As you know already, due to the demagnetization effect of armature reaction, so there will be a reduction of magnitude of the flux per pole. Due to the reduction of the magnitude of the flux per pole, there will be a reduction of generated EMF. So this is one effect of armature reaction. One more effect we can observe that so there will be a more iron losses observed under on load condition. Due to the distortion in main field flux, so there will be a maximum density at load increases above the no load condition, since the iron losses are observed to be more on load than the no load condition. So this is one more effect of armature reaction. So next is, so the maximum value of flux density increases, so this will lead to increase in the maximum voltage between the adjacent commutator segment at load condition. If this voltage exceeds beyond 30 volt, the sparking may take place between adjacent commutator segment. As you know all, the commutator is a part of a DC generator. You know the function of the commutator, the generated voltage which is in the form of AC, so that will be converted into what? DC. So there will be a segment present. So the in between the adjacent these commutator segment, there may be what? Sparking may take place due to the armature reaction. So this is one more effect you can observe due to armature reaction. Now obviously, so if there is a commutator segment, commutation will take place. If the commutation will take place, there will be a shifting of a brush axis from geometrical neutral axis, which leads to flux density in the interpolar axis is not zero but having some value. So since there will be an induced EMF in the coil undergoing commutation, which value try to maintain the current in original direction. Thus it makes the commutation difficult and will cause the delayed commutation. So one more effect is that so whatever be the commutation will take place, so that will be difficult due to armature reaction, and even so there may be what delayed commutation also. So these all are the effect of armature reaction. The first effect is that the generated EMF will be reduced due to the decrease in the flux per pole. So second effect is that so there may be more iron losses observed under load condition than no load condition. Next effect is that so there may be the sparking takes place between the adjacent commutator segment, because the value of the maximum value of the gap flux density which increases, which leads to increase in the water the value of the voltage between the adjacent commutator segment. And next effect is that so during the shifting of the brushes, so there may be the delayed commutation, and commutation may be what difficult, because there may be what the flux density in the interpolar axis, so which is not zero, it is having some value. If it is having some value, there may be what induced EMF in the coil, so which leads to what the delay commutation. So these all are what effects of the armature reaction. Let us study reduction of effect of armature reaction. So what are the methods are employed in order to reduce the armature reaction? You know the armature reaction which causes distortion in mean field flux. Now this can be reduced if the reluctance of the path of the cross magnetizing field is increased. So how to increase the reluctance of the path of the cross magnetizing field? So we need to increase the length of air gap at pole tips. So which offers the reluctance of the armature flux. If we increase the length of air gap, so which leads to the reduction in the armature reaction. So this is the one method. If reluctance at pole tips is increased, it will reduce distorting effect of armature reaction. So it requires some special construction, so which leads to what trailing pole tip portions of laminations are alternatively omitted. So here, in order to increase the reluctance at pole tips, so there is a special construction is required, which leads to the trailing pole tip portions of laminations, the are which alternatively what it is emitted. Now there is one more method is used, so that is use of compensating winding. Now an additional winding that is called as compensating winding, which is used, which neutralizes the armature reaction. Now in this compensating winding, it is always placed in series with the armature winding. Now the armature ampere conductors under pole shoe must be equal to compensating winding ampere conductors, which will compensate armature MMF perfectly. Now whatever be the armature ampere conductors under pole shoe, which must be equal to the compensating winding ampere conductors, and which compensate the armature MMF perfectly. Now, so there is one more method is used in order to reduce the effect of armature reaction. So that is called as use of interpoles. You know, due to the armature reaction, so which cause the delayed commutation, thus the armature reaction at brush axis must be neutralized. So how to neutralize this? They which requires, so there will be another equal and opposite MMF to that of armature MMF. So which can be achieved by using the interpoles. So interpoles are placed at geometric neutral axis at midway between the main poles. Now this interpoles so will provide the opposite MMF to that of what armature MMF. Now if these two MMFs are opposite, so there will be a cancellation of what the armature both the MMF, which leads to what the neutralization of the what the armature reaction. So this is one more method is provided for the reduction of effects of armature reaction. So these three methods are employed usually so in order to reduce the effect of armature reaction. First method is that so reduction in the distortion of the mean field flux. So the reluctance of the path of the cross magnetizing field is increased. How it can be done? Increasing the length of air gap. Now the armature reaction effect is reduced. The second method, and for first method, this method it requires some special construction. So that is called as what? The trailing pole tip portion. So second method is that by using compensating winding. And this compensating winding which is placed in series with the armature winding, so which will neutralize the armature reaction. The third method is that the use of interpoles. So there will be a delayed commutation. Now in order to avoid this delayed commutation, so there will be a interpoles are used. So this interpole will provide the opposite mmf to that of what? Armature mmf. So due to this mmf which is produced by the interpole, so which will neutralize the armature mmf. Now, so usually the compensating winding method is employed, so in order to reduce the effect of armature reaction, because this is a very simple method, since there is no more changes which is required in the machine, since the compensating winding method is used regularly. Now let us see the method of providing compensating winding in detail. This method is very popularly used in actual practice for DC machines. Now let us see the method. So this is about use of compensating winding. Now the basically that the compensating winding which neutralize the armature flux in the pole arc region, which will otherwise cause a severe distortion of a main field flux. Where this uh, uh, compensating windings are placed. So these are placed on the pole face, tip of the what? Pole face. So this is what the diagrammically which can be represented as the compensating winding where it is placed. So this is what the main field winding, this is the armature winding, and this is the compensating winding. And these compensating winding are connected in series with the what? The armature winding. Now this is what the uh, uh, this can be in general we can represent symbolically the compensating winding like this. So this is what the compensating winding representation. Now the use of compensating winding which will neutralize the effect of what? The armature reaction. So these windings are connected in series with the armature. So this is what? The armature. So which is connected in series with the what? The compensating winding. Now the current in this winding flow which is in opposite direction to that of what? The armature conductor. So whatever be the current which is flowing through this compensating winding, so here it is shown, so which will be opposite direction to that of what? The armature. So since so that will there will be what? The opposite mmf will be produced, that of what? The armature conductors. So since so there will be what? Neutralization of what? The armature reaction. Now what might be the ampere turns per pole for compensating winding? So that we will discuss now. The ampere turns per pole for compensating winding. So this will be equals to that of what? The ampere turns for the what? The armature winding. Now the ampere turns per pole for compensating winding which is equals to, so in general we can represent like this: pole arc divided by pole pitch into armature ampere turns per pole. Now here we can represent total ampere conductors per pole. So this is the total ampere conductors per pole, that is so IA divided by A, Z divided by P. IA is the armature current, Z is the total number of conductors. So P is the number of poles. So this is what the number of parallel paths. Since two conductors which forms the what? One turn. So then the total ampere turns per pole in armature, so which can be represented as half of IAZ divided by A into P. So now since the ampere turns per pole for compensating winding, ampere turns per pole for compensating winding, so which is, this is in general expression. So in general expression here I can represent only, I just calculated the ampere, armature ampere turns per pole. Armature ampere turns per pole is what? This is half IA Z divided by A into P. So that is substituted here. Then we can get ampere turns per pole for compensating winding as IS divided by 2 AP into pole arc divided by pole pitch. Since the distortion of armature MMF and compensating winding MMF is not identical, the complete neutralization of armature MMF cannot be achieved by using the compensating winding. So here, so the entire neutralization of what, the armature MMF, which will not achieved. So only the part of the armature MMF can be what, neutralized by this method. So the armature MMF under the pole shoe is neutralized, whereas there is a incomplete neutralization in the interpolar region. Now here you cannot observe the perfect neutralization of what, the armature reaction or armature MMF. So there will be what, some the armature MMF will be there in case of what, interpolar region. There will be some small flux density remaining unneutralized in GNA. This can be neutralized by using interpole winding. So whatever be the armature EMF which is remaining at geometrical neutral axis, so this will be neutralized completely by using the water interpole windings. Now that's why using interpole as well as compensating windings, the armature reaction effect is completely neutralized over the entire armature periphery. Now, in order to neutralize entire armature reaction, so both the method can be employed, interpole method as well as the use of compensating winding. By using these two methods, the entire armature reaction will be neutralized. The only flux present in the machine will be main field flux, which will be an ideal situation. So, if the armature reaction will be eliminated, the only the flux which is present in the machine will be what, it is a main field flux. So this is what in case of what ideal situation we can observe. Obviously there will be armature reaction. In ideal case, if it is there, so only there will be what, the main flux which is present in the machine. Though compensating windings are very expensive, they are provided in machine which carry heavy overloads or there is rapid change in load. So this is one drawback which can observe by using the compensating winding in order to neutralize the water armature MMF. So what is that drawback? That so this is what, very expensive and even so which cause water there which cause the rapid change in the water load. So this is only the drawback by use of water, the compensating winding. This is by use of this compensating winding is expensive, and there is a water rapid change in the water load will be observed. So this is about water, the effect of armature reaction and how this effect will be reduced, and what are the methods are employed in order to reduce the water armature reaction. So in next class we'll come up with some more bits related to the water DC generator. Till then, thank you.